thing right. Okay, can you see me? There. My thing here, my whatever thing that holds the phone, it's gone bananas. How is everybody? Hi, you guys. Hola. Hi. Okay, I'm on late because I just got back from Palm Springs-ish area. And then I had to eat because I was psychotically hungry. And then I had to put makeup on. Well, I put makeup on and then, oh my God, energy shifting. You should see, you can't feel it. I feel like I'm about to go spazzy, like a cat. Yeah, how is everybody? What is going on? Hi, you guys. Oh my God, how cute. Cuban sister from Florida. There you go, Martha. Yes, I'm truly Cuban revolutionary. And I take no prisoners. That's who I am. Sorry, it's true. Um, you're really Cuban, but I think I'm Cuban in my head. Yeah, no, I can feel the energies off. I've had the most idiotic conversations. Almost twice did I get run into by a car that was literally going down the middle of the road. I hate these people that drive down the middle of the road. Like, stop doing that. Toronto, oh my God. Yes, Toronto, my homeland. So twice I almost got hit by a car. One was a Mercedes and one was like a Charger thing. And literally they can see the stoplight and they go up on your left side in the middle of the road and literally almost drove into me. And then I was on the freeway and there was a Tesla that did it. Literally a Tesla. I think the guy was driving without himself driving. So I was like, oh my God, whatever. Like literally whatever. Like it's not, whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, just crazy. Teach us more. Oh, I just missed that. Wait, let's go back. Can you teach us more about Chiron? Yeah, I could. I don't feel like it right now, but yeah, I could. No, I was talking about the energy because the energy is completely crazy right now. It's completely crazy and there's some sort of a shift going on. I can almost feel it like a car shifting down. So it's getting ready to drop us out into like basically swim for ourselves. But I'm like looking at the calendar. I'm like, what is making me feel this way? Of course, Mercury retrograde at 10 degrees Aquarius, 10 degrees and 19 seconds Aquarius on the 14th of January. So we are 6 days away from that. You know what happens in Mercury retrograde? I hide. We're in the shadow period right now. We're in the shadow period. And the moon is in Aries tonight. And I had an idiot conversation with an Aries who just drives me insane. Okay, and say, I don't think I can talk to people who make me crazy and say stupid shit and just stupid shit. I can't. But we have Mercury retrograde. So anybody with any planets, Leo, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, or Scorpio at 10 degrees, the Mercury retrograde is going to be in Aquarius, 10 degrees, 19 seconds. On the 14th, we are in the stationary, I'm sorry. We are in the pre-retrograde stage right now. So what that means is as Mercury is getting ready to go stationary and then go backwards, we are in that pre-phase, the shadow period. So stuff right now is probably going to be, yeah, you know who it is. I just the most asinine conversations. I'm just like, seriously, you cannot disrupt my mind with your stupid shit anymore. Like I can't. My holidays were, I don't know how they were. They were whatever they were. Leo gets headaches with anything Aquarius. Yeah, I can't. Aquarius is ruling planets in my first house, so I get it. But it's in Virgo. Oh, I'm so tired tonight from, I was getting my strength back up because of the snow in Palm Springs. So I was down in the canyon and then trying to go up, whatever. I didn't do too much, but I wanted to go up to see if I could just get my stamina going since I injured my back. So I'm doing good. Anyway, Taurus, well, it's 27. Yeah, it's not going to hit you. Actually, the Mercury's going all the way back to Capricorn. And then we have a full moon on the 17th, right after Mercury goes retrograde. So there's going to be some ratchet ass shit happening in your relationships, but look to see where you have Aquarius in your natal chart. So I know that I have asinine Aquarius in my 6th house and just peeking into my 7th house. So I know that some asshole's going to come and approach me during the retrograde. So there's that. So look to see where you have it. Yeah, Aquarius and Mars in the 7th. Well, it's going to hit your 7th house. So that's where the information is. It's probably going to hit with somebody. Probably, during the retrograde, people and places and things come back to us. It's not a bad thing. What it is it's a opening of your mind so you can see what's actually happening kind of thing. That's actually what it is. That's actually what it is. So you can have people that you've known, male or female, but Mars in the 7th, for example, would be a male person because it's Mars, right? So that's how we work it with it, work it with that. Yeah, let's see. Full moon January 17th at 3:48 p.m., 27 degrees of Cancer, 51. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to be so aggravated. I'm going to be so aggravated. That sits on my Venus, Mars, and Jupiter. I'm not going to like that full moon because you know what that means. People from home are going to be calling me, annoying the shit out of me. That's what that means. Anyway, so the full moon, I just looked at it. I'm like, I can't. I just can't. I can't this month. So we have Mercury in retrograde, and then we have the full moon 3 days later. But what we're looking for is currently right now, the energy is flipping. I can feel it flipping underneath. It's like, I know, Cancers, I can't. Anyway, I can't. Oh my God. And I wanted to give a shout out to my cousin in Trail, but anyway, for my stickers, he sent me my stickers for my business. So there you go. Speed Pro, what is it? Speed Pro Plus? I got to look it up now because I'm not crazy. I just know it's, this is how ridiculous I am. I can't remember the name of anything. Yeah. Oh, you're in Cranbrook. How cute. How great. Yeah, I was talking about the mountains up there. Let me tell you, I'm talking about, start stalking his store. I'm talking about Cousin Jay out there for sending me stickers. My business stuff, he does them, and they're really like good stickers, weirdly. So anyway, that is where am I? Here we go. That is what I would like to do a shout out. If you're in Canada, they are super awesome. He sent them like right out to me, of course. I mean, not of course, but before I could even get back, he sent them out. I was like, it's Trail Speed Pro. Go to the website, trailspeedpro.com. That's the business. So that's the business, his business. Anyway, I get the stickers from him because when I do this is going to sound really weird. When I do my oils and my bath salts and all of that, when you put the regular stickers, even though they say they're for oil stickers, the name still smudges off and they still smudge off. His do not. So, no, not what kind of products do you sell? No, not cosmetics. Basically cleansing baths. There's Mercury retrograde, cleansing baths, oils, that kind of thing. Crystals, the usual stuff that the psychic types do it. Oh, there, happy birthday on the 19th. So the energy is so thin right now and things are being revealed that it's almost obvious. So I feel like another divide is coming. So it's almost like the ground is opening up and the people that don't want to see certain things are not going to, and the others who want to see certain things are going to continue that way. So there's even more of a divide happening. And just on the news of filling up the gas tank, thank you, President Biden. It's awesome that our gas is like heading up towards $6. I'm so excited. I couldn't be more excited. That's right. Here in Quebec, there is talk of needing. Yeah, see, in Quebec, when you hear now Canada, I don't understand Canada. My homeland is Canada, as you know. And I left it really believing that they were communist, but I can't handle any kind of restrictions on me. So I can't even handle anybody telling me I can't do something. So I'm kind of defiant that way. But I recognized as a child that the philosophy of socialism bordering on control tactics through the government in Canada was not something I wanted to participate in, like seriously, really young. However, in Quebec, you guys, if you're hearing talks of that, if you're hearing talks of like you have to have a passport to go to the grocery store, that's a basic human right. If you have money, you buy groceries. So like you want chicken, you go buy chicken. If there's a problem with that, you actually need to start doing something about it right now, because I want to move away from here. Yeah, I know it's a difficult country. No, you can't say yes. See, nobody is I have a light right in my eye there. Nobody is fighting this. They are like, oh, of course. Okay, I'm going to call him True Doofus, like Anomaly. I'm going to give an Anomaly a shout out and call little Justin Castro Tradoofus, Justin Tradoofus, Castro, Justin Castro. Okay, Washington State. Washington State is as difficult as that because it's very socialist or left wing on there. And it's a difficult state to live in as well because they're in agreement. So that it's a pretty state, but that's not the point. Tradoofus, Tradoofus. Yeah, I love Anomaly. He's dead on point. He's dead on point. He is dead on point. Where's Tallulah? I don't know where she is. I have no idea where she is. She was here going spazzy and then she stopped. But if your legislators, leaders are telling you that you have to have something to shop for food, that is completely wrong, and you need to like mob the place and not allow that to happen. Thank you for the super chat, or yeah, thank you so much for that. You need to not, like, people have to fight, and they don't fight, and they think someone else is going to fight, and that's why we're here where we are right now. And that's what happened in World War II. People just let that happen. First, there was an outbreak of, oh, thank you so much. Oh my God, yeah, Mew Mew's hiding. She went wild all night. That's what happened in World War II. There was an outbreak of typhus. They put the Jewish people into what they called ghettos, or their own communities, those that were infected. You're infected, whatever, however you want to word it. Then they said, in order to shop, plunk, you got to wear a yellow star, show a piece of paper, prove who you are. And then they said to these people, oh, they took guns away. Don't forget the taking of guns. Never let your weapons be taken. And that's what I couldn't stand about Canada. Although you can have shotguns, but I do not believe in anywhere where it takes your weapons away. I just don't believe in it on any level at all. But I'm an outrageous fire sign. So like, I'm for literally get out of my face, because you're literally gonna pay a price if you get in my face. Like, get the hell out of my face. You think my mouth is bad? Not really, compared to other things. But that's what happened. And then they talked the Jewish people from the ghettos with the infections into taking bus rides to areas for their own health, for their own good, for their own whatever. And these stupid ass motherfucking people got on a goddamn bus and let these people do it, assuming it wouldn't happen to them. So why are we ignoring this in history? We all have to fight, whether we fight on the internet, whether we fight in person. And I am going to start fighting in person, because I think it has to be brought up. I think people have to get lawyers. I think Facebook needs to be shut down, because they literally block facts. You can put up there, you can literally go watch Anomaly right now, because he has a clip of Anderson Cooper, who looks like a vampire. That's all I'm going to say. An albino vampire, sucking off of the disgustingness that comes out of his mouth. Yes, Anderson, I said that to you. Lies out of your mouth. Actually interviewing little Billy Gates with his sweater, and his boobs. Like, people would pay good money to have boobs as big as little Billy Gates. Anyway, Billy Gates and his sweater, and Anderson's talking to him, and he's talking, and they're actually saying on CNN, they're Dracula Cooper, exactly. They're actually fucking saying, if you don't take the in your arm, you're not going to get your Social Security. And Gates is laughing. First of all, buddy, Social Security comes out of people who've already worked for it, and it's their money, not yours. They are fucking with us on every level. Anderson Cooper and the news should not be able to say that. Yeah, little Billy Bitch Gates. Can you imagine him in school? Like, did somebody punch him out every day at lunch? Like, did they throw the dodgeball in that fucker's face every day? I mean, seriously. Right? I mean, geez, right? I mean, what is that? Like, I can't understand it. But what I'm saying is the energy, we are being taken down systematically, and we are, right? We are being taken down. Energetically, it supports it. Like this year, I don't care what anybody says, they're literally going to separate it worse. And I'm not getting this. So if you consider me the enemy, then I'm going to consider you the enemy, and I'm going to block you from being around me. People have got to stop that. I don't ask you if you had a pap test. I don't ask you if you had a TB shot. I don't ask you if you have herpes. Do you know how many people have herpes? I do not have herpes, but do you know how many people have herpes? I could be lying right now, but I don't have it. Do you know how many people have herpes and they sit on your toilet in your house and they never fucking tell you that they have herpes? I'm serious. They eat off your forks. Yeah, that's right. And they could have herpes in their mouth. They could have herpes in their throat. No one ever asked for that. Do you actually go into a restaurant and check how they clean the silverware? Do they clean the silverware? Do they really bleach it? Or like, does the herpes guest like get it on the silverware? We don't know. What about hepatitis? What about that? Yeah, Tallulah is in here, but I don't know. I don't know where she is. So we don't ever check that, but you're going to check me with a healthy immune system. You're not going to do it. So that's not going to happen. The diseases that we have out there. And at my dinner, I had to have a stupid conversation again. Stupid. Do not bring up polio to me in the conversation. Well, what if we didn't have the polio? Polio's one thing. Polio's one thing. But there's so many things that are not cured, like stupidity still runs rampant all over this country. Cancer, why is there so many more cancers? Why is there so much autism? Why does that happen? This veil is getting so thin right now, and it's pulled apart. There's an eruption like an earthquake. I could feel it today. I can feel the energy of it, and it's really gonna like slam people hard. But we are going into the Pluto return, so I'm just like, I don't even want to hear it. I know till 2025, we are stepping it up. I know within about 3 years, I'm talking strictly psychically. I know within about 3 years, and this is no psychic thing per se. It's probably pretty logical, but you've got Russia and you've got China and you've got that happening. And then what? And then we've got people there's actually people out there who literally think that you need to get what they get in order to do stuff. And if you tell me I can't come into a store, I'm going to smack you in the face. Like, I'm serious. That's what's going to happen. If you tell me I'm violent, you're right. I'm not going to be discriminated against. I can't say you can't come into the store because you're stupid, right? That wouldn't be allowed. And it does say no shirt, no shoes, no service. But you can't actually stop homeless from going into the store. And sometimes they don't have shirts, shoes, and they still get service because that is discrimination. You can't stop a person of color from going into a store because you feel them to be different. You can't stop children from going into a store if accompanied by an adult. You can't stop it. So you're going to tell me because you're up in my body about what I've done that I can't come in your store? I have to prove something to get food? Are you out of your minds? Why are people accepting this? What the hell's happening in Australia? I can't stop talking about it, but I'm not going to stop talking about it. So don't hex your children. Who are you? I'm sorry. Who's hexing? Go away. You can sue. Do you know how you sue? If you work at a job, if you literally work at a job and they tell you, no, but people are lazy. That's what happened in Germany. They were lazy. They just thought it's not going to happen. How many people, do you know last year, I literally had people go scream at me for using examples of what happened in Germany and what's happening now, screaming at me, saying it'll never happen. It's happening. It's happening. Quebec, Australia, Canada, it is happening. Yes, you can sue. You have to find a lawyer. You have to go and pay. You have to pay out of your pocket. Lawyers are not working for free. They don't even work for free in a divorce. I heard it my entire life. All you have to do if you're married and you own a house is go to a lawyer and they'll take it on contingents. Bullshit. They want their money up front. They want a retainer. They're not going to do anything on contingent unless you're Mel Gibson. Maybe. I don't know. But not for me, not for you. So when you want something with your work, if they're making you do it, you have to go pay for a letter from a lawyer. You're probably going to have to put down at least $500. You're probably going to have to say, you're going to have to block them. You have to let your business fire you. You have to be willing to risk losing your income, losing your money, being fired, called names, whatever it is, in order to fight. You giving into it in compliance is your unwillingness and actually your fear about not being able to support yourself and your cowardice of just thinking, I'm going to do it anyway and comply. What the hell is that? Why would you comply with the government? I don't get it. I don't get it. There's certain things you can comply with and they're logical. Like if there's a street sign and everybody's going in different directions, you're going to get into a car accident, obviously. So you go down one side is this way and one side is that way. Anyway, unlike on the trails where everybody walks all over the place, but they, you still have one way down, one way up, right? Or east, west, north, south. But you're talking to people and they're like, I had to do it for my job. No, actually what you had to do, because your compliance is causing me a problem. Your compliance is and you can comply if you want, but the more you comply, the people like me who do not want to comply and will not comply, and you'll just have to kill me, whatever, I will not comply. You are causing us the problem because we are not falling in line. Therefore, you would like us to shut up and go away. That happens all the time. They just want you to shut up and stop talking. Shut up. Just go on so we can get ahead. This is a huge problem happening. This is the Pluto return happening. It's going to be them against them, us, whatever. Not even us. I'm not saying us. This side against this side. So it's an orchestrated divide, like an earthquake ripping the ground apart. And that energy is happening. I can feel it today. It's definitely happening. It's definitely happening. And if you comply at your job, that's your choice if you want to do it. But compliance never gets you anywhere. The Jewish people in Germany, World War II, complied. They got on the bus. They went into the showers. They took their clothes off. They got gassed, 6 million of them. So that was the compliance. And if you don't understand that, I can't help you. If you think it's not going to happen, they are already threatening, literally, to shut down people from buying food. So then other people will say, well, Amazon will bring it to you. They'll bring it. I don't want Amazon to bring it to me. That bug-eyed guy, he needs to take all his little trucks and all his little business and go back to the planet in which he came from. Like Kazoo, get out. Remember the Flintstones? He needs to go back. Yeah, well, compliance gets you, if you want to do it, but if I hear I had to for my work, no, you're greedy and you don't want to lose your income, which is what the SS officers said in World War II. Why did you kill Jewish people? Well, it was my job and I had to pay for my kids. They actually said that. So that isn't okay with me. And it's an extreme comparison because nobody's dying over here yet. From compliance, if you will. However, allowing the government to continue to bully people into that, and I have to say it, like I literally have to say it because I can't stand it. I saw people walking outside on the trail where I was hiking today with masks on their face. You're fucking outside in the fresh air in the mountains with the wind. Like you have masks on your face. Are you crazy? I saw people in cars driving with them on their face. Nobody's in the car. Like, are you mentally ill? Like, why do you feel that you need to do that? Now, it's your right to do it. I mean, you could put, a unicorn sticker on your forehead too. It's whatever you can do. But you do realize, and I hope people realize that first it was just wear this, then it for a month, slow the spread. Be a patriot. Do this for your country. Do this. It's the right thing to do. Don't tell me the right thing to do unless you're completely at the same level of thinking as me to know my right thing. You're not, and vice versa. I don't know your right thing. You don't know my right thing. If you're afraid of it, then go do it. That's your business. But don't tell me and don't allow us separate. If you vaccinate and, oops, I said the word. If you do all of that and you do it for your own reasons, you should be defending my right to make a choice because I'm defending your right to make a choice. You should be defending all of the people who think on this side of it that don't want to do it. You should be fighting in picket lines saying, they have the right to go anywhere they want because I'm protected. Aren't you protected? Or are we on booster number 4? So 2 shots, 4 boosters in Israel. What's that about? What is that about? Just keep sticking it in your arm. Yeah, just keep doing it. Like, why, you crack addicts or something? Like, what's wrong with you people? Not you people, the people who are doing it without them understanding. Now, if you want to do it, do it. But they should be defending. I defend your right to be whatever it is you want. I defend everybody's right. If I see somebody that's not allowed in the store, I'm like, get the hell out of the way. They could come in the store. They're a human being, period. I don't care what you say. They're a human being. If I stopped being friends with somebody years ago because she literally had a party and put on the invitation, no kids. I was like, fuck you. That's what I was like, don't tell me no kids. I wasn't going to bring my kids, but the fact that you said no kids, I'm not participating in that. So like, you're a racist against kids or bigot or whatever you are, a kid hater. I'm not doing it. So, but the compliance is getting us in trouble. And that's what you're going to see in the Pluto return, is the complete and utter chaotic trying to control the masses. You're going to see the people with addictions, mindsets that are of a lower vibration move in one direction, and people, and that does not have to be whether you've got the prick or not. I'm talking about people who think on a cloudy level. So people who play in low vibrations, you know what I'm talking about. Druggies, addicts, alcoholics, robbers, whatever, low vibration shit, lower level Plutonian stuff. Okay. So drug dealing, car stealing, whatever, lower vibrational stuff. Then you're going to see the middle range people, just the people trying to get to work, pay for their kids, do all of that. You're going to see the middle range people fall into a separate category where they're not sure about what's going on. So they don't see what's going on, or they choose not to see it. And then you're going to see the people that step away from the compliance completely and choose to stand up and fight. And they're not going to let it happen. You cannot have Anderson Cooper on TV with that Bill Gates in his sweater. Take the sweater off, Bill Gates. Take the sweater off. Your sweater's not fooling anybody. You're just covering up your bra and your fucking breast implants, you weirdo. And people, why did they listen to Bill Gates? It is the Twilight Zone. Why did they listen to Bill Gates? Because he has money. So this country and human beings seem to think that money matters. When it's going to come right down to it, if you don't have your health and you don't have your mind, then money doesn't mean anything. Okay. So if you become ill, remember, no amount of money that you have is going to give you recourse against this, because you cannot sue this company. But what you can do is, if you work for, notice how postal workers don't have to get it. If you work for the post office, right, and they made you get it, you could go to your boss and say, I need you to sign a waiver that if I come into medical problems, God forbid, due to this product that you're forcing me to take, then you need to take care of me financially. And if you could get them to sign that, and I guarantee you they won't. And then you could put a religious exemption because you don't know what's going on with your health. And when you're doing a religious exemption, because if you say you're Catholic, they're going to be like, nah, Catholics can take things and, well, they do, and they can do all kinds of things. So no religious exemption, right? So what you need to do is say, when you were in prayer, God spoke to you, and this is not for you. They cannot dispute that in prayer or meditation, you heard the words of God or an angel according to your belief system, and that this was going to be harmful for your physical health and mental health. So you cannot dispute that. Like, no government could say you didn't hear that. That's the way you approach it, but you have to fight it. You literally have to fight it. You will be beaten up. You will lose money. They will take away your stuff, but they're going to do it anyway. They're going to do it. Let's see. Yeah, I know, right? The White House isn't doing it. Oh, and when you see fakers on TV with their little, new scum, when you see him doing it, it's, I just can't. So when you comply, because you get a paycheck, that tells me where your mindset is. You want your paycheck. So that's fine, but don't expect me to comply because you complied. And don't expect me not to comply because you didn't comply. I should be able to make my choice. You should be able to make your choice. Everybody should be fighting for the freedom of human beings to go into public, into restaurants, into grocery stores without identifying themselves with a yellow star, if you know what I'm talking about. Passport. You should be able to do it. And if people who don't defend the right of other people to walk freely on this earth, they look at us like cattle. And I'm going to say it again. CNN should be shut off. All news should be shut off. But to have Anderson Cooper and Bitch Gates up there talking about taking away your Social Security money if you don't do that, who died and even left them the right to do it? And at dinner, this other person I was talking to said, that'll never happen. I said, the fact that it's being said on the news as a way of propaganda, brainwashing people watching the news, the fact that it's being said like that is telling you that they want you to believe that. First of all, Social Security money is the money that you have worked for and that they decided you should put aside because you won't save for your retirement. And notice how the government decides when you retire. Yeah, no one cares, okay? The government is not in charge of retiring. They retire you at 65 in order for you to die about 18 months later. If you make it over 70, you're beating the statistics. I hope to not beat the statistics, but what I'm saying is if you make it over 70, and then do they have the money? I doubt and have always doubted it would be there for my generation. I don't think so. I know, yeah, I know, I know who Anderson Cooper is. Yeah, but it's incorrect that people accept that being said. Somebody should phone up that news, and I may do it again because I was phoning OSHA like weekly and daily for a while, asking them stupid questions about things just to let them know that they're stupid. Not that it matters, but I'm just going to do it. People should let the news station with Anderson Cooper know that that's inappropriate. Do not threaten to take away our money. It's not your money. It's not up for Bill Gates to decide. It's not up for Anderson Cooper. Why is that on the news? Who is giving him airtime? Who is giving that guy airtime? Not Anderson. He's hired. I'm talking about Gates. So I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening. It's completely wrong. Let me see. Yeah, we're forced to have Social Security. Unless, of course, you're a drug dealer. Oh my God, I forgot. New taxes, y'all. If you're a drug dealer, this is Biden's administration. If you're illegally selling drugs or receiving stolen merchandise, they want to tax you on it. So now you're saying that if you want to tax me on my illegal activities, should I be doing them? And you're putting that in the tax code? What is wrong with everybody? All right, no. Oh yeah, McDonald's, big red shoes, shut up. Exactly, thank you. Aw, thank you, Ashley and Eric. Thank you so much. I know they own everything, but what I'm saying to you is as people, you can choose not to do it. You know what I say? If they tell me to get out of a store, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. Suck my dick. That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's it. Just suck my dick. And they just look at you. I'm like, I'm sorry. Have a nice day. Suck my dick. I'm not going to do it. Like, you're going to lose my money. You don't think I'm important, but if there's 100 of us, we become important. So you have to get together but this is the year of suck my dick. That's what I'm going to say. So if you troll me here, those are the words you're getting. I don't know where Tallulah is. She's fine. I think she might be sleeping on my purse on the couch over there. But that's what you're getting. You're not going to get me to be scared. You're not going to scream at me in a store. You're not going to talk to me that way. Secondly, you need to get a grip because they've proven that this doesn't work. So you need to get a grip. Now, something is making people sick. And you want to hear this? Literally, just had the conversation. One of the cute little waitresses, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, you guys. One of the cute little waitresses at dinner, she got the new variant, whatever, the Omnicron, whatever it is. She got the new variant, but she didn't know if she had it or not. She just was feeling like shit. She went to look for a self-test, like a, self-test. Nowhere did they have them. Nowhere. So her doctor said, go to emergency. Probably the most poisonous, toxic place on planet Earth, right? Probably an outbreak of typhus, TB. By the way, TB is rampant and typhus is rampant in downtown Los Angeles because of the homeless that they ship in here from Seattle, Portland, and New York, because we're sunnier, although it's pretty freaking cold. But we have outbreaks of that. We had an outbreak of some rat disease, I guess that's the typhus, in our city buildings last year. And no one says boo. No boo. No, none of that. Do you know how many people sit on toilet seats with fucking blisters on them? I'm just saying, I can't get over that. That's why I can't go in public bathrooms. But yeah, we did. Somebody sued the city. A city worker sued the city. If you get off and you try to go down on Hill Street in Los Angeles, take a whiff. Just take a fucking whiff of what's out there. Literally. Anyway, this poor little waitress, so she went to the emergency room. So she walked in there and then, put her name in, and they said there is a 5-hour wait to get a test. 5 hours. How hard is it to get a test? Why is it 5 hours? So she sat outside in the rain on a chair, sick, to get the stupid test that you can't buy anywhere that Biden supposedly bought a lot. Right? Right. So there is something going around. So vibrationally, you have to keep yourself up here. So you need to eat right. You need to do that. But with the Pluto return, what you're going to see is like a bid for power. So get ready for it, because they're going to really fuck with us between February and March, April and May. And then it'll go down a bit till the end of June and then kick back up again. Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you for that. Yeah, so I feel, and I was just saying this. Everybody says you have to vote this person out, vote that person out. They're all the same. Another question in this takedown of the American society, which people say is the new normal. It's the Great Reset. What kind of bullshit? First of all, there is no Great Reset. I didn't ask for it. You didn't ask for it. None of us asked for a Great Reset. Okay, so who's making that decision? Who is deciding for human beings that a Great Reset needs to happen? I want to know. It's called Agenda 2030, and it's been on their books for a long time. Secondly, when they say new normal, stop calling me normal. I never want to be normal, okay? And there is no new normal unless you live in my shoes. And it's not just rich people. No, it's not the rich people. It's controlling people who think that we are their slaves. It's the controllers from about 13 different families, and probably only really around 150 different people. Probably scale it down to less than 40. They are rich, yes, but it's not all rich people, and it's not poor people, and it's not rich again. That's a wealth thing. Those people like Bill Gates have stolen money. He comes from a family with money. He's accomplished nothing. If he invented if he invented the Microsoft like he tries to claim that he did, I'll eat my shoes. And I'm wearing some pretty chunky shoes right now with a bunch of beads on them. And they're boots. I will eat my shoes if that guy created anything. He's a fucking moron. He did not. Look at him speak. It's the greatest con put on the people. Where did he get that information? He got it from an alien. He got it from a demon. I don't know where he got it, but he did not do it. Listen to him speak. He's a fucking moron, okay? He's an idiot. All right. And he inherited his money, and he's done nothing but lie and con people all the way along. He does not talk intelligently. He snickers like a weirdo, and the first inkling I got of this, no, I had it for a long time. I never liked the man instinctually, but the first inkling I really knew we were in for it is when he sent those mosquitoes out, because he wanted to vaccinate everyone. I'm sorry, who gave you permission? See, we assume that these people, because they have money. What is that about? Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. We assume that, and it's wrong. It's not right. And I can't for the life of me understand why we assume that. It makes me insane, okay? And if he invented Microsoft, I will eat my shoe boots with the little pearls and the beads on the bottom. I will do that. That's what I will do. I will eat them. I will eat them in front of you. I'm gonna eat my shoes, booty shoes. Then they're very thick and chunky. So, like I said, but when you listen to these people speak, when you listen to our president, if we were attacked, and we will be attacked, but it's going to come through energetically. I want people to get prepared to be, okay, so the best way, and it's the only thing I think that I can agree with being abused in your life at some point, verbally abused, is if you are verbally abused long enough, okay, and tortured mentally long enough, however you want to word it, nothing anybody says to you can affect you. Okay. Like you won't be triggered. So if I keep saying something rude to you or whatever, at first it's going to hurt your feelings, especially if I'm your friend or your mom or your dad or your husband, wife, whatever, kid, doesn't matter. But at a certain point, you have to accept that they're going to try every emotional manipulative tactic, and that is coming through with the Pluto return. And it's just the beginning with this Mercury retrograde, literally in Aquarius. Okay, and let me see what degree Saturn's at. I keep forgetting. But we have Mercury retrograde with Saturn, the world karma now, the world stage. Remember, Saturn and Uranus, which is Aquarius, basically, travel in tandem, the giver of freedom and restriction, freedom and restriction. That is what we are coming upon right now. So let's just look at this. Yeah, see the Mercury retrograde, it's in degree with Uranus and Taurus. So watch what you say. Watch what you say and whom you say it to. But Saturn, let's see, I keep forgetting where Saturn is. Saturn is at 13 when we go retrograde. So it's 3 degrees off the retrograde. However, keep that in mind. It's in the same sign. So this is a world karma elevating itself out there. Listen to what is said because it will come along. Now, here's the only thing I can tell you. It truly is a spiritual war. I can feel it out there. I can feel them fighting. So you have to be prepared, not in a scary way. They can come at you with guns. And if people truly believe in God, then they will not be afraid of dying. I mean, granted, you don't want to be, carjacked outside of Jack in the Box in the middle of the night. Thank you for the super chats, you guys. Thank you so much. You don't want to be carjacked. You don't want to have that happen. But if you believe in God, then you're not afraid of dying because you know that there's something else. If you don't believe in God, that's your fear. Like those people running on their fear, you have to know it will be taken care of. There's a huge flipping of energy. Think of 2 sumo wrestlers right now, and if they were to wrestle like on a gymnasium floor, the way that it would, because they're big, the way that it would reverberate, we are reverberating this repel and propel. So it's repel and go together, repel. So it's very conflictive right now. And it's starting with this Mercury retrograde. Like we are starting. You're going to start to hear the things that don't make sense to you, that people still try to tell you, whatever it is. It could be like someone cut the tree down in your front house. And you're like, why'd you cut the tree? And they're like, I didn't cut the tree. And you're like, I just saw you with the chainsaw. I took a picture of you. Oh, that wasn't me. So those people and those kind of conversations come front and center. With Saturn in an Aquarius, that is a bringing back of freedom. But one is not free until one releases bondage that they put on themselves. What is bondage that you put on yourself? Chains. How do you lock yourself in jail? With your belief systems and the way that you think. How do you think? Do you believe that you have to do what people tell you? Do you believe what people say to you to begin with? Do you respond to things under the belief that what people tell you, they know better than you, such as the news, such as the president? How do they know better than you? Do you know better for you, or does Michelle Obama with her lunch food for the children know better what you should eat? Because I never agreed to ever do those lunch programs with my kids. I didn't agree with what they ate. I'm not going to feed my kids that shit. How are they going to grow strong? Get real. No. And they use like powdered eggs. No. So Anyway, all of that aside, but you have to be able to set yourself free. How does one set themselves free? They defy their oppressor. So who is your oppressor? Think of those three little girls in, I want to say it was Portland, it might have been Seattle, the three little girls that were kidnapped by that weirdo neighbor guy. The one, I don't know what she was, but anyway, one of them decided to make a run for it one day. She freed them because of her willingness to go against the oppressor and to take her freedom back. Now, she could have died. He could have come home and killed her. He could have whatever, but she took her chance against the oppressor. So it comes a time in your gut when you know it's time to stand up. So you need to stand up. Like, we need to stand up as a people, and we need to live our life the way that we see fit, not the way my neighbor sees fit, or the government, or my dentist, or my hairdresser. You need to live your life the way that you feel that you need to do it. You do not need to conform to society. See, they've got us all worried about, like, what will people think? And then there's the authorities. You are not my authority. God is my authority. That's from my perspective. So, you know, it wasn't too long ago they didn't let Black people drink from the same water fountain that you Caucasian people drank from. Someone had to stand up against that. Somebody had to stand up against that oppressor. If you are going to tell people who, now, just because I choose to have 2 children and my neighbor has 10 children, which one of us should be oppressed? I mean, which is right? There is no right. It's individual. It's individual. So you must stand up against the oppressor. You must speak the truth always. If you speak the truth, you're protected. The truth is, you know it. We don't all know the truth. Like, we can change our minds. We can be for one thing and then think, no, it's okay. But I'm going to say this, the FDA that puts cigarettes out there, which they know are, wait, I have no idea what you guys are talking about here. Yeah, it is propaganda. Well, it is propaganda what the news does, but you have to stand up. When a man, okay, this is what I would tell him. This literally what I would tell you if you have a daughter. If a man punches your daughter in the face, your daughter has to stand up right there, and she has to separate herself from her oppressor. She has to step away, or she will continue to get hit in a relationship. That's a fact. If you allow someone to cheat on you, they will continue to cheat on you because you have not stood up to them. If they abuse you with their mouth and call you horrible names for years, if you don't stand up, you will continue to be oppressed until you get the courage to stand up, which means you step away, you fear everything, losing your children, losing your money, whatever it is, but you step away from it in order to elevate yourself. You get to protect yourself. I don't have to listen to people who are not going to let me into a grocery store to eat food, a basic human right. What's that? No, I don't have to. But yeah, you have to stand up or you will continue to be abused. So yeah, that's what I feel. Should we worry about? Yes, you should worry about it. Should you worry about it? First of all, they're not, okay. I went to summer camp. That was a fun thing that my parents paid a lot of money for, to put me in summer camp for 2 months every year, sleepaway camp, horseback riding camp, sailing camp, la, 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 all of that, okay? The camps that you're talking about in Canada are against your will. They are putting you into segregated areas based on what you do in your life, much like Japanese internment camps. You remember that? Because I had several friends that I grew up with whose parents were in Japanese internment camps. They called them internment. The fuck does that even mean? Don't put me in a camp unless it's a camp spa that I pay for, but you're just taking me and you're going to put me in a camp against my will because you think I have a yellow star, I mean a virus, I mean herpes. What are you putting me in the camp for? Am I gay? Am I straight? Am I Native American? What are you doing? What am I in the camp for? Am I Mexican? Am I Hispanic? Am I Russian? What am I in the camp for? Irish? Chinese? What am I in the camp for? Why do they decide that there's a camp that they have to put people in? Somebody tell me what I'm going to the camp for. And who made that decision over my person? Said nobody. Okay. And they can do it. They can do it because they'll just lock your ass up like they are in Australia, and you'll just go there for some fucking reason. Canada, there's camps in Canada and there's camps in Australia. And no, you're not remain silent. Who says that? No, don't remain silent. You're a coward if you remain silent. If you remain silent, okay, if you remain silent, you're actually a coward. You're a coward because you're afraid to speak up because you're going to lose something. You're afraid not to comply because you're going to lose something, which makes you actually greedy. It's human nature to want to preserve your security, but you're basically greedy because you're afraid to lose something. So stand up. Stand up in whatever way you can. But the camps are not right. Mm. I actually can't read this. This light is literally, but you have to stand up. Like, it's at a point now, but we are going into the Pluto return, and America will not be the same. They want a new normal, as if they want to tell you that this is a new normal. You don't get to decide what I consider normal, okay? In my household, I did certain things that other households would consider very, very strange and not normal, and I was constantly criticized for that. This isn't a normal family environment. This isn't normal. You're not normal. This is not normal. Well, I'm sorry, your judgment and labeling of me is irrelevant. This is how I live, therefore it's normal to me. So you cannot lump people in and say we all have to live under the same rules. You cannot do that. There is no new normal. There wasn't an old normal. There was people living their lives. You've got different segments of people and they do different things, right? In my house growing up, if you'd have come to it, it was much different. Certain things were tolerated that I found absolutely not normal, okay, and talked about, and other things. So it was reverse. It was actually reverse world when I was raising my kids. Certain things were thought of as absolutely acceptable, which I found deplorable. And so there was a battle that took place there, but I didn't shut my mouth, and I got smacked every time, smacked back, boom, 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 with words, not fists, but with words by family members. So you can say whatever you want. Just because your grandparents lived in a house with 14 people does not make that your normal. That's some kind of codependency family thing going on over here, codependence. You can have your own family and you don't have to live with your in-laws. And it doesn't make you abnormal. It means you're living your life up to your standards without being labeled by somebody who says, well, if you don't bring your whole family in from wherever the hell they're coming from, you're not normal. What? No, 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 no. Yes, HIV and AIDS. They tried to take out the gay community, right? Words hurt. Yeah, no. I was literally told, you're not normal. You don't have a normal family. But by the way, we did have an odd house because I had clients in my house for 30 years. So my clients came to my kitchen table and I did readings day in and day out. And that isn't normal to have clientele long before people were working at home, okay? I had people come to my home all the time, into my house, and that is what I did. So that technically isn't traditional, but that is also in reference to the Pluto return now. We are talking about the American traditional society and the way that we've seen it, and now it's being completely corrupted by bullshit, I might add. And the corruption is what the Pluto return is. It is an overthrow of existing traditions and powers, not just the government. Maybe you think it's normal to get up and go to the gym or go to exercise or have fresh orange juice or eat steak or whatever it is. So it's an overthrow of all of those things, okay? Every single thing that you get up and do that is traditional within your environment, should you be in the energy of the United States. Like, we are literally being taken down right now. It'll go worldwide, but it's our turn. So you will see the power. Thank you so much for that. Wait. Oh my God. Wait, what did you just say? Hold on here. Oh my God, honey, I'm so sorry. Why did he have a heart attack, Rita? Do you know why he had a heart attack? Tell us why he had a heart attack. Still in the ICU. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a new world order. It's Agenda 2030. And people are like, what's Agenda 2030? And I'm like, oh, I can't. I just can't. I just, I just feel like I need to take a rope ladder out of this dimension and go somewhere else. Like, I really hope to leave this energy soon. There's nothing in it that's appealing. Like, it's ridiculous. It's a big joke. If you see it as a joke, like people run around scared. I remember at the beginning of this, yeah, I heard Agenda 2030. David Icke's been talking about it since 1985. Of course, they erased David Icke off the internet. Now, even if you're a cuckoo bird and you have a YouTube channel and you talk about crazy shit, like let's say you wear clown makeup, okay? So let's just say you have a YouTube channel where every day you go to work at the bank, but first you put on your clown nose and your clown makeup. I'm just saying. That would seem crazy. And that would be insane. And you're on your YouTube channel and you're saying to people, excuse me, and you're saying to people, this is how you dress to go to work in corporate America, like a clown, okay? Like red nose, big feet, funny makeup, funny eyelashes, whatever. And you did that. It would be weird to listen to you say that, knowing that that wouldn't be true. But if they started censoring you and they started taking you down, like removing your channel, I would know that you were on to something. If they take you down because, you had a YouTube channel and you talk about being a prostitute and they remove you because they think you shouldn't talk about that, but it's your life, right? That would be wrong. So they took David Icke down because they said he's a conspiracy theory, which is just another word to punch you in the face to get you to shut up so people don't think you're crazy. Whatever. But anyway, it's a concocted word. Two or more people conspiring in silence is basically what a conspiracy theory is. So when you break it all down, if you plan a surprise birthday party with 4 of your neighbors for your 5th neighbor, conspiracy theory. And just because it's a conspiracy now does not make it so. Everything David Icke said in the 80s, 90s, 2000s is happening. Agenda 2030. Take the people, put them into one area, internment camp, holiday camp, take the people, take the income, degrade society. Why are we letting people sleep on the street and go to the bathroom? Degrade society, then remove the money, remove people's way to earn an income. Why should your restaurant close down when Walmart is open? Because Walmart is corporate. They count, but you do not. That's the reality of that. Why people would listen to this, I don't know. I don't get it. Let's see. Maybe. Wait. What did you just say? Wait. Oh my God. No, I just missed this. I heard they're turning. Yeah, it might be. Well, they're trying to change our reality. They're literally trying to change our reality. And actually, we all live in a fake world. This world is so fake, nothing matters here. Like literally, I do not know why we're here. I changed my complete opinion about being here. I feel like I was kidnapped, okay? I don't feel I chose to come here. There you are from Portland. Portland, homeless agendas out there. Let the homeless. Do you know in Portland they had a school fight about school kids because they let the homeless sleep in the park next to the school, which whatever. But they found needles and they found this and they found all of that. And the school board stopped the parents from fighting against it and said they couldn't stop that. So kids have to see that. My kids do not have to see that. Thank you so much for the super chats. It's absurdity what's going on. They erased David Icke from the internet. They took his shit away. They took it. I can't, my eyes, I'm squinting today. I apologize, you guys. They've taken everybody's right to have their life the way they want it to be, the freedom, the pursuit of, I'm an autonomous human being, so are you. You don't get to punch me in the face in public. You shouldn't have to muzzle me either. Like, I don't need a muzzle. So suck my dick. This is my new word. I'm getting a t-shirt. It's just going to be suck my dick. And obviously I don't have one, but that's what I'm going to say. I feel like I have to be so aggressive with verbiage because it's so stupid. Like, it's just so dumb. So I need people to really understand that you cannot talk to me about rules that you're following and you don't know why you're following them because they don't work. So that would be like me saying to you, if you eat 16 bowls of cereal a day, you'll lose weight. I promise you. Well, why would you listen to me? You know that's not going to work. Chocolate cake is a diet food. Not working. Okay? Not working. No. So we are in the middle of this. We are in the middle. Yes, David Icke's back on there. But what I'm saying is this is Agenda 2030. This is what they want. They want to harness our energy. And this makes me go back to the early 2000s when I was doing readings and I had a lot of people in my house. I told you this. There was a series of a 3-year time frame where people came in for readings and I could not help but see peripherally. So when I'm seeing auras and I'm seeing your psychic stuff, I'm seeing peripherally what goes on around you. But they had tubing coming from the face. Like, it's like the tubing was in the face, the tubing was here, the tubing was here, and it would go up. And so I would follow it up, okay, to my ceiling, right? And it would go through the ceiling. And I literally couldn't understand what was going on. I think they were being energetically siphoned back then. I have no idea. I looked at it like puppet strings, but they were thicker. And there was a series literally for 3 years where I would sit down and I would see that on people. And it was so strange. I don't know if the people knew about it. I never asked, but I literally saw that. So, and I'm completely sober, so don't go there with me. But I would see it coming out of people's faces. And then it was gone. It was like for 3 years and then it was gone. And I have seen on some shows where they talk about that. So I don't know if that's how they harness our energy and they hijack the human spirit, the human body, the human soul while we're here. And then they get us to do certain things. If you look at people that hear voices, schizophrenics or drug addicts on the street, and they can't make the voices stop, so they, destroy themselves because of the voices. Those are, okay, so when somebody's killing themselves or committing suicide, that technically is murder because you have outside influences in their brain talking to them, which nobody acknowledges. Doctors like, oh, it's a brain injury or like that. They never, ever, ever speak of the spiritual existence of entities outside of the physical body, whether they be good or bad. Okay, they don't speak about that. So when you have a bunch of voices in your head telling you to do something, is it your brain or are you aware that you are having stuff put into your brain because maybe you're overly open, you could be on drugs, you might be depressed, you might be fearful. This is how they get in. So it's actually suicide. Human beings do not do these things. They do not do the things that they're out there doing. Those are not human beings. If you are behaving like Jeffrey Dahmer, you are not a human being. Jeffrey Dahmer has left the building and something is in there doing that shit. It is not Jeffrey. When he comes back in, that's a rude awakening for that soul because when he comes back into his body to take the punishment or be stabbed in jail or whatever the hell happened to him, he stated, and I'll say it every time, he stated he did not know why he did what he did. He wasn't present. People don't understand that. They literally think what you see is what you get. It's the, I just am I'm shocked at the lack of spiritual knowledge that people have, that it's not just the science. Trust the science. The science changes every 5 seconds. Thank you for that. Thank you for the super chat. When they say trust the science, that removes the existence of God. That removes the existence of something outside of yourself here. Science does not open you up for the existence of God because you cannot prove it. And in theory, science is based on theory. So you have A plus B equals C, and this is your theory. God cannot be proven. You either know it or you don't. So if you don't know it, then you're going to trust the science. You're going to do everything the science says because you believe in man. Nobody here is any smarter than anyone else. I mean, okay, there's some dumbasses, but put the dumbasses aside. Most people have knowledge of something. They know something. So what is going on. It is a overthrow of what we are in essence. And I really, really believe that. If you are censoring everybody on Facebook, I got shut down again. You are censoring me. You are censoring a mother of two, a grandmother, whatever. You're censoring them because they're speaking. Why are you censoring me? Who gave you the right? And then people will say, well, they're a company and they can choose. No, you can't actually choose what you want to do. Okay, you can't. There's certain things called the Constitution and freedom of speech, of which we don't have any. And if you disagree with me, you should still want to support my right to speak. If I disagree with you, I should still want to support your right to speak. That's what I can't understand about politics. I hate both sides. They're both equally obnoxious, but they have a right to speak. Okay? So they are censoring our stuff. They are censoring David Icke. They are censoring information. We are being blocked and yet shown, like literally right out there. We're being blocked and shown, blocked and shown, blocked and shown. And if I see one more video about C. Teigen being attacked for her tweets, that's going to make me insane, because she's the one tweeting about toddlers and tiaras. She's the one with the problem. That's not a joke. It's never a joke to joke about child abuse. But somehow the pedophilia part in this country is way out of control. Okay, way out of control. So there's that. And don't watch any movies. Don't watch them right now because they're all crazy anyway. Yeah, it is a distraction. It is a spiritual war. That's why I am saying to you, speak your truth. The only way to get a bully to back down is to stand in their face and go, come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, bitch. Do it. That's the way to stand up to a bully. And they may sock you in the face. They may take all your money. They may even kill you. But you will be protected because you will have stood up. Once one person stands up, another person will stand up, and then you can't be bullied. Otherwise, you are allowing yourself to be bullied. Oh, thank you for the super chat. So, yeah, well, you are being bullied, though. Of course, it's my narrative. You're on my channel. People are so stupid. It's only your opinion. It's your narrative. Yeah, you're on my channel. That's it. That's what you are. Wait, Crystal, you're not. Don't know what I've been working with angels. Yeah, I'm trying to ascend it too, but I really feel the need. The year before Keith died, so the Christmas before Keith died, so 6 months before Keith died, so December, and he died in July, I was at Costco and I had this interaction. When I got home from this interaction, I heard the words. Now, this is just me. This is like just what I heard. Mew Mew got up over there. I heard these words, and the words were, get ready for war, you're going into war. And then I got this image of like putting on war paint, like Braveheart, okay? And so I told my friend, for some reason, I'm getting ready to go into war, or we're getting ready to go into war. This is before they close this down or anything. And it wasn't until Keith died, until after that, and a succession of events that happened, that I understood exactly what that meant. And by war, it is the war between God and the opposite. So there's God, and then there's the opposite of God. So you can step away from God and you can always come back to God. But the war that's happening right now is literally spiritual. It has nothing to do. Again, I'm going to say it for President Biden. His family should be appalled and they should be arrested for putting the man out there, because I don't think he can handle himself. Oh my God. Thank you so much for that. That's overly generous. Hold on. Let me see. Oh my God, honey, Angelica, thank you for that so much. Okay. Now let me just see what she asked here. Okay. So here's 2 schools of thought on ketamine. Ketamine's very interesting, and I'm just going to say, drugs can help you when you're in depression, obviously. Ketamine is, I forget what it is. It's a horse tranquilizer, if I'm correct, but it's supposed to be used in adolescents and teenagers to help depression. I believe it could work temporarily, but I'm going to say no to it for some reason. I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to say it straight up. out of all the medicines that they, regulate in our country for depression, if you're suicidal, you should take anything that helps you immediately, obviously. If you have that kind of thing happening, you should take anything at all that will help you. So it doesn't matter, ketamine or otherwise. If you are in a state, you should call a professional, get whatever medication you need. That's obvious. But actually, a regimented consistency of exercise will reprogram your brain. And that has been proven. That has been proven 98% effective for people's mental health. Exercise and raising the endorphins. Why do you think I hike so much? But raising the endorphins over any medicine that they give you. But I understand the use of temporary medicine. Again, when I was having all my breakdowns, I have had to use medicine to not kill myself at certain times. Acupuncture, dark chocolate. I always believe in coffee. You know this. Thank you all so much for the super chats. Yeah, no, we're in big trouble. We're not. Oh my God. Thank you for the super chat. Just to get back to the ketamine question, just to answer your question. Honestly, exercise is the #1 cure for depression and mental illness because it actually biochemically changes your brain. Ketamine and other substances also biochemically change your brain, but it isn't natural to the brain. It can help at a certain point, but at a certain point, you want to elevate yourself off of using drugs for your mental health through exercise to keep your endorphins up so you don't ever go down. Took me a long time. Through my 30s, I had my late 20s, actually since the age of 4, who are we kidding, in and out of places where my mental health was questioned, if you want to put it that way. And I was seen as all kinds of things. And in my marriage, I had a lot of mental breakdowns, postpartum, hey, scratcher, no scratching, a whole lot of that. And exercise was the only thing that consistently raised my vibration. Excuse me. No, we're not doing that. Hey. See, she's getting bossy. Yeah, the ketamine I'm not convinced of, but they say it does help. Exercise, they say, is 98% to raise your brain chemistry so that you don't fall into a depression. But I understand the need because I had to use it when my kids were little. I had a 13-year period where I was in complete hell. There are no such things as nervous breakdown, many emotional traumas and a lot of problems and no way to cure it except to find peace and exercise. But when you're asking specifically about you on ketamine, for some reason, I feel if you take it, you will not get the response that you're looking for. That's for you specifically. I don't feel you're going to get the response and it's going to frustrate you. That's what I feel. She came to visit. She woke up. There we are. Somebody wrote that I show my cat and my granddaughter too much on my YouTube from the last time I got that message. Suck my dick. Anyway, here's Mew Mew. She'll definitely make you happy. You could get a pet and that will change you. I know, it's stupid. Anyway, yeah, isn't she cute? Oh, she's like, that's it. I'm out of here. The ketamine, though, for you personally, I don't think you're going to get the results. So your brain right now, what I get from you, and I'm just going to say it because you sent me that and I want to answer your question correctly. What I get from you is that you are actually going through, and I'm being serious, I'll say a spiritual awakening for you. And it's causing you a lot of distress because it's coming through from like a linear, it's not even a linear, the opposite of linear. It's coming through in different directions to you. So it's not overtly in front of you. It's coming from behind the scenes. So your reality is going like this into once. And once it hits like this, you're going to be fine. And the time frame is probably between now and September. So I would exercise every day. That's what I would do. I would exercise every day. Actually, you can try. I don't think you're going to die from the ketamine. You can try it, but I think it might not. You will say it didn't have the effect that you wanted it to have. Yeah, Mew Mew. She's looking out the window again. I think she has a boyfriend out there. She's looking for him. We're not letting her outside. She's too little. We're not letting her outside for that kind of nonsense. No. Yeah, let's see. Wait. What? Yeah, Angelica, there you go. But that's the way I would word it to you. I feel for the past 8 years, there's been something you've been avoiding, and it's coming in. So it's like it's raining, it's sunny, it's happy, it's sad. It's all coming in like this, and it's hitting crash. That's what the issue is, and that's a spiritual awakening for you that will be between now and September. And you'll probably try the ketamine, but you'll try it for a 3-week time frame, and then you'll be like, I don't want to take this. And it might be just enough to make you see a different way to see things. So I would word it that way. I don't feel we're going to be able to get out of what's happening. I almost know that we have to go through dimensions right now, and elevate the self and accept what's going on. See if you can totally accept what's going on in the world. Like, just accept it, fight it, but accept that you're going to have to fight it, and there's different ways to fight it. Then you can get through it, but it's not going to change the reality of this planet. I think they're trying to trash this planet. So I think human beings will go somewhere else. Yeah, totally brutal. I'm not a fan of ketamine, as I've said, but I'm asking specifically psychically for Angelique in my head. And so that's the information I gave her. It's not going to give her the outcome that she's expecting. So whatever peacefulness she's looking for, it's not going to give that. Yeah, some people are asleep or they choose not to see. I have found that there's people that would prefer to live in denial, because that way they don't have to do anything. So they don't have, they can use lip service, but they don't have to take action. And that's a frailty of being a human being. And I guess you have the right to do it, but you're not going to stop me from going all, Braveheart on your ass when you try to control me. Yeah, they don't want to know. They don't want to know the truth. It's unbelievable to me to how many ostriches there are out there that want to put their head in the sand. I'm like, I can't. It's like, if you're complicit in not speaking up when there's shit happening, you're responsible for the same shit. It's ridiculous. Yeah, DMT, I don't know about that either. The truth is, okay, and it's depressing. Yeah, okay, they say the truth is depressing. People do say that about certain things, but that's because you're putting a judgment on it. Don't put a judgment on it. Literally, just see it. Step back, detachment. Saturn in Aquarius, Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, detach from the judgment of what it is and just honor what you know to be true and correct for your life, I would say. But I do feel we're going to have to fight, or we'll probably all find ourselves in summer camp that isn't so much a summer camp. We might find ourselves in a camp that isn't good. Exercise is the number one thing that saved my life, and I'm not joking. I did it as a kid because I was completely mental in my house growing up. I wasn't mental. Traumatized would be the word. So I was traumatized in the house. So my escape was to walk out the front door and to, without sounding like a little prostitute, walk the streets. I wasn't, but walk the streets, exercise, do that kind of thing. So I did that all the time. As I got older in my teen years, that's what I did. Thank you so much for the super chats, you guys. I also exercised. When I got into my marriage and had many a nervous breakdown, of which you can't call a nervous breakdown, that's what I did. Sometimes I ran around, 6 hours a day. My kids were little. I couldn't go back in the house. I couldn't listen to what was going on in there. So I would walk and exercise. And that's actually a true thing. It's how I start my day off. You will not invade my peace. I will take care of myself. So that's the first thing. And look at what's gone on in the past 2 years. They actually removed your ability. They yellow taped parks outside. What do you think their motive is for that? They know your brain chemistry gets depressed if you can't move. So why take that away? Why shut gyms down but leave Walmart open? Why are liquor stores open but the park is shut? What's that about? What is that about? Exactly. I ignored it. I told you, I got a couple of tickets and a couple of cops chasing me and shit, but I just took off into the parks. They put signs, do not enter, do not go here. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a child of God. I'm going to run the earth. So I'm going to walk where I want to walk. And that's what I'm going to do. So it's very insights for me in 2040. Okay, I don't know. Yes, I have said this is crap. What I'm saying to you, seriously, 2 years later, what do you think? You think we're in a pandemic, or do you think there's a distraction from all of the pedophilia going on in the world and people like Anderson Cooper and shit like that? Yeah, I have Uranus on my first house, so that's why I act like an Aquarius. I have Uranus. I can't stand any kind of restrictions, but I'm not going to follow you with my health because you don't know what's best for me with my health. I know because it's my body. And if it's my body when I'm 9 months pregnant in California and I can terminate a pregnancy, then it's my body with what I inject in a needle. I'm sorry, it just is. And if you're going to tell me it's not the same thing, I'm going to tell you that anything, a knife that's going to cut out and inject saline into my 9-month-old fetus and pull it out of my body, or into my arm with saline and whatever else is in it, I'm going to say it's very much the same thing. That's what I'm going to say. Do you have a car or bike? I have a car. I'm not going to ride a bike in Los Angeles. I don't need to get run over. So yeah, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, ketamine popped up. Yeah, I'm not buying into the ketamine thing. I know it's popular, but Uranus and Neptune in the first house. That's escapist, nonconformist tendencies. But it's not that. It's like, just think logically. Why would old white men, why is it old white men in our government? Why is this guy 80 and the last guy was like 76? Why is it that? Why is it never a woman? Never. Okay, it's never going to be a woman, but it's always an old white guy. Why are you listening to them tell you? Are they your daddy? What's that about? They work for us, not the other way around. And why do they make so much money? I just want to know. Oh, it's always old white men. I know. But not all old white men are bad. But why do they feel they have the authority to rule? Because you're not my ruler. This is not a dictatorship, and suck my dick. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me see what this says. Let's find a way to remove the tubing. Yes. No, you know what? You could do cord cutting, but cord cutting doesn't work, and here's why. I'll show you why. Tell you why. So you can go to work. Let's just say you go to work. You work in a diner. Just saying, you're a waitress. You can go into work, and you can have a shitty ass boss. Grabs your ass, talks nonsense, misogynist, piece of shit boss. And you can respond to him in a variety of different ways. You can punch him. You can sue him. You can decide to stay and ignore him. You can be nice to him. You can tell his wife. You can bomb his house. You can do a bunch of stuff. But every single time you do a move to communicate with them, he's going to do an alternate move to throw you off balance. So when you do cord cutting, they throw it right back. Because think of this for a second. And this has come into my consciousness recently, but with cord cutting, okay, they cut the cords. So, they do all the rituals to cut the cords, right? To cut all over. But let's just think of this, okay? So you have to get to the root. So it's not cutting, it's pulling. And you have to actually get the spores out of your body. I'm talking energetic spores. Cutting it leaves a root underneath the soil, the skin, the energy field, the aura. Cutting it does not go to the root and dig it out. If you have cancer on your body, it roots in. So they have to go below the root and then pull it out. Cutting the cancer off the top of your skin and not going underneath is not going to stop the cancer. It will grow back. So I don't necessarily understand cord cutting because the cords come back. And if somebody is interested in binding you, and just let's look at it this way. People in the Old West traveling across, with horse and buggy, if that horse tried to escape, they had them harnessed in 25 different ways. Things in their mouth, things over their eyes, things on the back of their neck, things around their neck, things on their back, attached to wagons, attached to their tails, attached on and on and on. You have to get to every single one. But those people in the buggies aren't going to let the horses go away because the horses are what propel them. So to me, the way to remove cords truthfully, okay, is you have to go in and you have to vibrate your energy. And the only way I know how to do that is through prayer, really, truthfully. That's the only way. Those people driving on those buggies were never going to let those horses go. They were going to keep catching, catching, because they need them to pull the buggies. Because the horses are the batteries for the buggies. The humans are the batteries for the stealers of human life on this planet. I don't know if they're aliens. I don't know what the heck is wrong. I don't know. Look, here we go. Squirrel. Come on now. We had a good day, didn't we? Didn't we? I kept calling her from the camera. I call her. I turn the camera on. I'm like, Toolie. And she goes crazy jumping on stuff. That was just to let her know that I was like keeping my eye on her. But when you're cord cutting, I think traditional ways of cord cutting are just basically to cut the cords. Well, the cancer grows back. The cord grows back because it's internal in the auric field. So they're stuck in your energy field and it comes in through birth. So the mistake that we make is that we're going to have like little children, our lives are going to be good, and nothing's going to happen to our children. And there's people like the people on here that have been talking about their mental illness, and they think it's a product of them. A lot of times the voices you hear in your heads, if you're not psychic, or the spiritual awakening you're going through, and it feels like it's bad, it's because that's what they're telling you. If you awaken spiritually, then you connect to God. They don't want you to do that. So they want you to be crazy, feel depressed. That's what they want you to do so that you don't reach for something that is faith-based and that you know and you vibrate with. Because as soon as you attach to that energy, you at least pull yourself up, even if you have the cancer, the spores in your body. So, yeah, I know. I'm trying to find a doctor in Los Angeles to do that for her. But A, lot of them aren't doing it because of the virus. And B, all of the free services or ones that are like $100 or 150 don't exist. The ones that do have like a 3-month waiting list and don't open their calendars. So it's that kind of a thing. Anyway, yeah, well, I can't find anyone to do it right now anyway. Hi, Katrina. How are you, honey? I'm just about to leave, but I'm just about to leave as you come on, not on purpose, because Crazy Pants is down here. But the problem that we have with cutting our energy as we're coming through into this dimension, there are things attaching to us right away because we're babies. They're literally trying to take out that which is of God. So the second we come onto this planet, they're wanting to take us and take the energy and destroy it. So I've heard you say that you can't get an appointment in Los Angeles. And I don't have to get my cat spayed if I don't want to. I guess it's the fuck up to me. Shut up. I don't have to keep her in. She can be an outdoor kitty and she can have 75 litters of cats if I want her to. So as I've said repeatedly, nobody in Los Angeles is doing it right now. Not even my vet. Oh, sorry. For $800. I can't afford $800 to spay the cat, which they're supposed to do it. So she may stay unspayed. She may have a litter of kittens. You may not agree with it and you can suck my dick. Okay, so now anyway, I digress. Okay, oh my God, not even in my bed. Wait, not even in my bed. Yeah, cats are so cute. I mean, she'll pee on everything. She's not peeing on anything. She hasn't peed on anything. She always uses her litter box. She's so good that way. She's very good. What she does is whine right now. And they go in and out of heat. Anyway, you have 5 cats. There you go. And she plays with my jacket. Anyway, she's a kitten. Shut up. I know. Well, I'm exaggerating saying 75 litters. Anyway, getting back to the cord cutting. When you are, yeah, I know, female cats don't. I know male cats. People are just, they want to tell you with everything because it's convenient for them not to have a troublesome cat because she's not spayed. That's your problem. Put your kids on Ritalin too. You're probably one of them. Anyhow, all of that aside, give your teenage daughter, a hysterectomy so she doesn't go out and get laid and doesn't want sex. you know, jack her up with needles on the birth control. Do that too. Anyway, what you want to do with the cord cutting is you want to raise your vibration to one that matches kind of the Christ consciousness, so that those type of energies can't, like barnacles, stick to you. Remember, they're underneath the auric field. So just doing your rituals to cut them is not going to work. You really have to go beneath. So that is of prayer, heart chakra, throat chakra, crown chakra, and then the chakras above to connect to the Christ consciousness to keep yourselves protected. That's about the way I could think of it. I would say that. That's what I would say. I would say that. My male cat never sprayed. Ooh, you're lucky there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, Mew Mew is cute. I know she'd have such cute babies. I'm not letting her out to date right now. She might want to date, but I'm not letting her out to date. Yes, low vibration cannot exist in high vibration. Like, that's why on this planet they encourage drugs, alcohol. I'm going to say it again. Taco Bell, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Popeye's chicken. All of these things eat away at your energy field. They are lower vibration. If you consistently consume things like that, you will consistently be in a layered fog energetically, and therefore you won't even be able to see when you're drowning in said fog. That's how I want to see. She's going cuckoo. She's going to attack the orchid again. She's going to attack the orchid. She loves the orchid, and then she really goes after Moldavite. That's like a pet peeve of hers, is the Moldavite necklaces. Anyway, all right, you guys. Yeah, Big Pharma. I mean, Big Pharma is interesting. There's so many things you can use where you don't have to resort to Big Pharma. Understand, they want to make a profit off of every kind of medicine, because if you can heal yourself, you don't need them. And if you can heal yourself, which you have the capacity to do if you eat properly, take the proper things, proper mindset, and move yourself in an elevated position, like meaning, you know, try to do no harm to anybody, you will live a certain life. Now, a lot of people don't find that fun. They like to be in the lower vibrations, and that's their choice. KFC is gross. It's just disgusting. Exactly. So if you don't need Big Pharma, then you're a problem too. Everybody's a problem. Now, if you get run over by a bus, you're probably going to need morphine and surgery, so you'll need medicine for the surgery, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's when they get you on a loop of every day doing the same thing. It steals your life every day, every day. Get those kids on Ritalin. Get those kids on psych meds, inject them with birth control, give them Gardasil, give them polio, give them 5 vaccines by the time they're a month old. Just keep giving them shit. And those that survive are good. It's ridiculous. So there you go. All right, you guys, I must run. I must run. I must run. But keep in mind that in order to get rid of negative binding energy, one must literally raise their vibration. It's very hard on this planet. It's very hard. It's like climbing out of an oil tank while you're stuck in the bottom under it. It is very difficult. But if you consistently pray and align with a Christ consciousness, you have a purpose. You are to serve your purpose here. Nothing anybody says can change the fact of who you are. You are who you are. You can call me a giraffe all you want. I'm not a giraffe. You can call me a chair. I'm not a chair. You can call me, I know who I am. So you have to really get comfortable and accepting. So it's radical acceptance of self. So whoever you are, that is who you are. You don't need to hide yourself. You don't need to lie. You don't need to do that. So it's radical acceptance of yourself, because you are perfect as you are. Not if you're an asshole, but if you're a pretty good person, you're trying not to be an asshole 900% of the time, then that's a good thing. Thank you guys so much. I will be back. Peace out, everybody. I'm going to catch the little wayward, the wayward cat. Okay, bye, guys. I did hear about Viagra helping with the opening of the blood vessels in the lungs. That makes sense to me. Viagra, yeah, fake chicken, right? What is it? Okay, I can't even. Fake meat, fake chicken, I can't. Yeah, Viagra dilates your blood vessels. That's why you get erections, because it opens, well, not if you're a woman. except, you know, suck my dick. But otherwise, it opens the blood vessels. So it stands to reason it would also open the blood vessels in the lungs. I could see that working, actually. That makes sense given what it is a product for. Okay, peace out, you guys. Bye.